Have you ever wondered why the sight of a fresh construction site is so fascinating? Or why we can stand in our gardens for minutes, just staring at a stone wall we've only just finished building? It's a deeply rooted pride, a feeling that has stayed with our species for generations. To create something out of nothing with our own hands, or at the very least, with our imagination. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk to you about a game that captures this fascination in a very special way. It's called Bellwright. But we won't be talking about high scores or complex controls today. We're talking about the feeling of driving that first beam into the earth, and about what that has to do with our very real lives. In a world that is becoming increasingly digital, faster, and often harder to grasp, we long for the tangible. Many of us have built houses, raised children, or worked for decades in professions where, at the end of the day, there was a finished product standing right in front of us. In retirement, this daily proof of our own effectiveness sometimes fades away. And this is exactly where gaming builds a fascinating bridge. When I fell this first tree in Bellwright, look at the light as it breaks through the falling canopy. It's more than just a mouse click for my brain. It's the preparation for something greater. It reminds me of the moment I first put together a shelf in real life, or redesigned my garden. It's about control over our environment. We are ordering the chaos. Wild forest becomes a building site. Raw timber becomes shelter. This isn't just a pastime. It's a deeply human validation. What I particularly like about this game, and what many younger players might find too slow, is the time you have to invest. At our age, we know good things take time. A fine wine must age. A garden takes years to reach its full glory. Bellwright enforces this slowness. You can't just conjure a city here with the press of a button. You have to plan. You have to gather resources. You have to watch as beam after beam is joined together. It reminds me of the major projects in our lives. Do you remember your first big endeavor? The nervousness of whether everything would hold, and then the satisfaction when the roof was finally tight. This game gives that feeling back to us, without us having to strain our backs. It's mental gymnastics of planning and patience. When we watch our little settlement grow here, we are actually celebrating our own ability to persevere. But we aren't just building houses here. We are building a community. In Bellwright, you are the Bellwright, the one who calls the people together. Isn't that what we've always tried to do in life? To create a home where there is room for others, a place of safety. When I see my digital villagers going about their daily work here, I often think of my own neighborhood or my family. We make sure there are enough supplies for the winter. We make sure everyone has a task that fulfills them. The game becomes a metaphor for social responsibility. It's a peaceful, almost meditative protest against the anonymity of the modern world. Here everyone knows everyone. Every hand movement counts for the greater good. It's a small piece of a perfect world that we have created for ourselves. Some might say, it's just a game. In the end, you turn off the computer, and none of it is real. I see it differently. The joy I felt while planning is real. The relaxation I felt watching the construction is real. And the pride I feel looking over my finished digital village is the same pride I feel when I tidy my workshop or make a flower bloom. We don't stop creating just because we get older. We just change our tools. And today, That tool is a game that celebrates the beauty of craftsmanship. Thank you for joining me on this little stroll through my village. Perhaps you'll look at your own projects today with different eyes, whether they're in the garden, the kitchen, or on the screen. What was the last thing you created that you're proud of? Please tell me in the comments. I truly love reading your stories. Let's keep shaping the world, one beam at a time. Take care. Until next time.